Good evening and welcome to Fritz Orr Field for tonight's matchup of the Westminster Wildcats and the GAC Spartans. Just finished up the boys' game. Now for the girls. Supposed to start about 15 minutes ago, but boys' game ended a little late, so we will more than likely kick off by 8 o'clock. We'll go ahead and get started. Once again, I'm Keller Austin. Jack Crawford will be joining me momentarily. But as for now, we'll go through the Spartan lineup. In goal, Melissa Gray. And the rest of the players, Caden Price, Tori Wisted, Kate Irwin, Kaylin Boyd, Reagan Glisson, Hallie Huff, Ann Winfrey, Jordan Crawford, Arlena Joyner, and Pauline Emdy. And for the Wildcats, in goal, Caroline Heller. And the rest of the players, Connolly Cravens, Christina Lopez, Delaney Graham, Miller Leeson, Allie Smith Miller, Logue Schamberger, Sydney Simmons, Ella Schamberger, Taylor Penn, and Holland Whitaker. And now I'm joined by Jack Crawford here for tonight's broadcast. And we will now have the national anthem. A wonderful national anthem performance by the men's and women's a cappella here at Westminster. Thank you for joining us tonight on WCAT for the former region matchup between the GAC Spartans and Westminster Wildcats. I'm Keller Austin alongside Jack Crawford and Bennett Porson here for your 7:45 matchup, which will actually end up being closer to 8 o'clock. The boys drew at 1-1. An early goal by Alex Gracie, and then an answer by Will Hamrica equalized it for the Spartans.
Yeah, Keller, that game was a great game from both sides. Great playing, very possessive game. Both teams just controlling the ball, and not too many scoring opportunities. But Cats and Spartans did draw in the end, 1-1. Cats, however, looking to get a win here over the Spartans in some girls soccer.
So Cats will start on defense. Spartans have not yet lined up. It's Melissa Gray in goal. Mike Gugliano, the head coach. Head coach for the Westminster soccer team, Clark Meyer. Lots of action going on with Atlanta sports teams tonight. Braves and Hawks are both playing. And obviously your Westminster Wildcats. That's a large event on the national scale as well.
Yeah, Hawks trying to get that that playoff win. That'll be key in the days to come. But let's talk about the Westminster girls team, and what are you looking for tonight, Bennett?
Looking for some great play all around. One thing that is a little bit different from the boys are this girls team is very possessive. They're very good at controlling the ball and looking for their shot. They're always looking for the perfect shot. So you're going to see from this team a team that's going to work it around and try and get it up to those forwards and see if they can get a shot on goal. And this GAC team is another one that is a little bit more aggressive, is going to attack you, and it's going to be a good game.
And Bennett, one key player for the Wildcats is junior midfielder Logue Schamberger, who really is the point guard of this offense, if you will. Where Logue Schamberger goes is about where Westminster's offense goes. She's always looking for the extra pass, giving up a good shot for a great shot, always looking out for her teammates, and does a great job of distributing the ball, not just to one player, but all around the horn. And now it'll be Taylor Penn on a free kick following a foul. Allie Smith-Miller trying to cross that one in to Miller-Leeson. That'll be a foul on Holland Whitaker. She took down Caden Price. Free kick coming from the Spartans. That was Tori Wisted. Now Price will be pressured by Leeson on the right side, and Price will just kick it out of bounds. So Delaney Graham will come on with the throw-in for the Cats. There's Leeson. Back to Graham. Graham will give it all the way back to Taylor Penn. And she is hit hard by Jordan Crawford. Now Whitaker over to Graham. Graham moving up the right side. Up to Allie Smith. And Miller back to Graham. Graham trying to push it forward to Sydney Simmons. Simmons trying to hit that one off of, I believe, Tori Wisted. But it will end up in the hands of Melissa Gray.
Bennett, we're starting to see what you've been talking about this very possessive team. And Westminster's really been doing a good job of that this year.
And Heller will come away with the ball, tossing into Connolly Cravens. And Cravens boosts that one out of bounds. It'll be GAC possession. Now Whitaker fighting for the ball with Kate Irwin. That'll be out of bounds off the Cats. Another Leeson unable to get to that one. Connolly over to Taylor Penn. And Penn up to Logue. Logue over to Ella. Leeson trying to get up to Allie Smith. She won't be able to get to it. And Taylor Penn with the header. They will call it offsides on Jordan Crawford. So Penn with the free kick for the Cats. 35 minutes left to go in the first half. Just getting started here. Logue looking for Leeson. And Lopez. Connolly back up to Christina. And Wisted able to boot that one away. Now Whitaker trying to fight for it. Here's Reagan Glisson. Now Graham. Stolen by Caden Price. And now Whitaker with it. And that's stolen away by Kate Irwin. Now Sydney Simmons with a great stop there. Delaney Graham could have called a push there. Allie Smith with possession over to Sydney Simmons, who can't do anything with it.
And Sydney Simmons and Allie Smith Miller are the only two sophomores on this team. You look at the varsity guys, really deep when it comes to sophomores, but these varsity girls, just two sophomores, but two very talented sophomores who you can look to see coming up in future years. And you talk about future years, this is a team full of freshmen, a lot of freshman talent coming for these girls.
There are 10 freshmen on this team with only two sophomores. However, both those sophomores are starters for Clark Meyer. It's a pretty good percentage for the class. And Simmons has that one stolen away.
There's a lot to look forward to in these years to come with these freshmen. They've shown a lot this year, and I'm excited to see what they do.
Simmons trying to get it into Miller. And Miller able to get to it, but can't get a good foot on it. And Melissa Gray will pick it up.
Great job there by Alex Smith to keep fighting forward. However, not able to get a good foot on it, but still a good play there from the sophomore.
Ella Schamberger with the header. Sydney Simmons trying to get up to Miller. Now Leeson over to Allie Smith. Allie Smith with the lead for Logue. Logue able to get to it. Logue with the cross. Melissa Gray was out of position. Now Lopez with the shot. That's wide right.
That was a screamer, Keller.
What a shot there by Christina Lopez. She wound up, and everyone knew that ball was headed towards the net. Just a little wide right, but still a great job there.
So Melissa Gray will boot this one away for the Spartans. Allie Smith back to Logue. Logue tripped herself up. Now Lopez back to Logue. And Logue going for a tackle, and that will just be called a foul, I believe. It'll be a free kick for the Spartans. So Logue fortunate to avoid a card or a booking there. It sure was close.
Yeah, strong tackle there. I think the ref got the right call there. She got a lot of ball, but still got quite a bit of leg, but still, you know, these refs letting some aggression happen out here.
And here's Ella trying to get it to Allie Smith. That ball headed away by Pauline Emdy. And back to Melissa Gray. Allie Smith putting pressure on her. And Delaney Graham will come away with that one, trying to get it to Miller Leeson on a one hop. But Gray able to get away with it. Delaney Graham trying to put in the middle. There's nobody there.
back line staying very strong right now in the beginning 10 minutes of this game. Really showing GAC what's up when they're trying to get down there with some attack. But, Westminster standing strong.
That ball, a knuckler off of the foot of Melissa Graham. Now Connolly Cravens puts it on the right side. And it'll be Price coming up. Miller Leeson fighting with her. And there's Connolly up to Allie Smith. And Arlena Joyner puts it back to Pauline Emdy. Now Ella Schamberger fighting for it. And that ball will go out of bounds off the Spartans. It'll be a throw-in for the Cats. Delaney Graham up the right side, showing a burst of speed.
Oh,
Clears it between two GAC defenders. No foul call. Miller Leeson comes up with it. They'll play possession.
A nice pass to Logue Schamberger.
Here's Logue with the shot. Wide right. Solid play there by Delaney Graham. Now there will be a substitution. Caroline Slauson will come on the field for Holland Whitaker.
We've seen in these first few minutes, Delaney Graham's really been making a lot of big plays, and I'll be interested to see how she continues to do throughout her next 3 years she's at Westminster.
Just a freshman already starting on Clark Meyer's team, a feat in of itself. Connolly Cravens has this one. Caroline Slauson not able to get to it, but Ella Schamberger is. Now here's Logue, once again, controlling possession. Up to Leeson. Leeson over to Ella. Ella trying to cross for Sydney Simmons, and she can't get there. So Melissa Gray will come away with the ball for the Spartans. Cats have gotten some good push, but still no clean shots on goal. Everything's been contested. Now Allie Smith with a chance, but Melissa Gray will get there first.
This goalkeeper is looking tough for GAC.
And Leeson will knock that one out of bounds. Price with the throw in. Off the head of Jordan Crawford. Now Taylor Penn up to Allie Smith. And Miller Leeson's pass to Logue. Just too far, but now Logue comes away with it, looking for Allie Smith on a through ball. And we'll go right at the feet of Melissa Gray. "26 minutes left to go in this first half. Header off of Sydney Simmons. Now Leeson. And here's Logue. Lopez. Slauson. Slauson trying to dribble it past number 3, Kate Irwin. And here's Arlena Joyner. She'll lay it up over the top, and that'll be out of bounds off of Joyner. And the Cats will have a throw in. Lopez now. Here's Price. Up to Glisson. There's Lopez up to Allie Smith. Now to Logue. Logue in the middle with possession. Trying to find Allie Smith, but that ball is intercepted. That's number 19, Ann Winfrey, who came away with that one. And now Caden Price with the throw in for the Spartans. Caroline Slauson has that ball stolen away from her by Glisson. And Heller will get the first action of the night. So it'll be a goal kick. But Taylor Penn will take it for the Cats. Penn, a very strong-legged defensive back, much like Blasingame is for the boys, or even Gillikin as well. Connolly tried to clear that one out, and she's shoved down. That'll be a foul on number 20, Jordan Crawford. Now Tori Wisted with possession. Connolly Cravens comes away with it. And now Leeson gets it to Elizabeth Isler, who's on the field for the Cats, in for Allie Smith-Miller. Once again, Melissa Gray with another punt for GAC. Now here's Connolly. Now Glisson. And Delaney Graham will get to that one and chip it over. Here's Leeson to Lopez and back to Leeson. Trying to find Sydney Simmons, but instead it will bounce to Logue. Gets it over to Leeson, and she is brought down hard by Pauline Emdy, and no foul on the play, and that will be out of bounds off the Spartans. Ella into Logue. Leeson up to Allie Smith. That'll be a goal kick. Excuse me, off Elizabeth Isler. That ball out of bounds off the Spartans will be a throw-in coming from Delaney Graham, the freshman. Graham into Isler. Slauson able to come away with it. And once again out of bounds off of Kate Irwin. Graham with another throw-in, this time into Sydney Simmons. Simmons lays it up to Leeson. Logue charged on that, along with Tori Wisted of the Spartans. Neither of them made contact. Now Spartan ball. That's Kaylin Boyd, first time we've called her name tonight, with possession. Caden Price. And that pass too soft. Taylor Penn intercepts it. And here's Slauson. Putting it up to Sydney Simmons, who comes away with it. 3-on-2 for the Cats. Sydney goes right to Miller Leeson. Leeson with the cross, and she misses it wide right. Too much momentum. Miller couldn't get her foot all the way around that. Now Holland in the game for Miller Leeson. Whitaker, a senior. He's played all 4 years on varsity of Clark Myers' team. 2019 left to go in the first half. And Whitaker puts her head on that one. It'll be a throw-in for the Spartans.
In a game like this one, it's going to be vital that Westminster, we make those runs and complete those, because there's not going to be very many opportunities to score.
Now Isler. And there's Logue with a chance. She was knocked down, gets back up and puts her left foot on it. But Melissa Gray comes away with it. And Taylor Penn will let it roll all the way to Caroline Heller. Heller with a dangerous pass there. Number 17, Hallie Huff, comes away with it. Now Taylor Penn gets her body on the ball. And here's Ella. Delaney Graham over to Sydney Simmons, who pops it up in the air for Slauson. And now Simmons trying to do anything, get the ball forward. Here's Isler, and Isler is knocked down viciously by Caden Price. And Isler had a clear head on the ball. Caden Price came out of nowhere and just knocked her down. Clear foul there. Logue misses the header on the right side. Now Slauson regains possession. Logue in the middle. Looking for Whitaker. And now Caden Price on the left. Melissa Gray has gotten a number of stops tonight in goal. Not too many of them have been challenging. Now Slauson and Hallie Huff going to the ground with it, and they're calling that a foul on Slauson. Well, that's a foul that could really be called on either of the players, and one that maybe you just let go and play possession. But the refs call it how they see, and that's why I'm in the booth and they're on the field. Tori Wisted with the free kick off Taylor Penn's head. Great job by Taylor getting up for that one. Here's Ella. Ella up to Isler. Isler hit that one off her own left foot. And a break there for the Cats as number 12, Kaylin Boyd, dribbles out of bounds.
And Keller, this back line for the Cats is still staying very strong right now. So far this has been a really big battle of the defenses right now. Players trying to get those open looks, just not able to finish. And you talk about Melissa Gray in goal. I mean, she's doing a great job for the Spartans after the Cats are really trying to put the pressure on her.
So a throw-in will be coming for the Spartans. 16:40 left to go in this first half. And off the Spartans throw-in for the Cats. Very back-and-forth game so far. No scoring, not a whole lot of opportunities for either team. Cats, more opportunities than the Spartans. Caroline Heller's only touched the ball, I think, 3 times tonight, which for a Cats fan is good. But nonetheless, still no action. And that ball is off of number 2, Tori Wisted. Wow. That is just blind refereeing. That ball clearly off of Tori Wisted's right foot. And out the sideline. It'll be a GAC throw-in.
This game's really shaping up to look like the previous men's game before. Not very many opportunities and low scoring. So, as I was saying earlier, it'll be really important to see how both these teams capitalize.
So 2 substitutions for the Cats. Elizabeth Isler and Caroline Slauson will come off the field. Allie Smith-Miller and Lexi Elliott will come on for the Cats. Elliott, a junior, her first action of the night. Now Sydney Simmons able to get to that one off of Melissa Gray. They're saying it will be a Wildcat throw-in. So here's Logue. Logue into Sydney, but It'll be Lexi Elliott who comes away with it. Back to Logue. Looking for a streaking Elliott. Now Logue for the bottom right. Unable to cover it around. Close attempt there for Logue. First real good shot the Cats have had tonight.
Great attempt there by Logue.
Lexi Elliott unable to get to it. Now Melissa Gray will corral it for the Spartans over to Caden Price. Allie Smith looking for Logue. Logue with a shot. Off the post.
Keller, the Cats just cannot catch a break right now. Shot after shot headed towards the goal, and then just a ball that seems to find the crossbar, or the post. Just unfortunate there. Great shot. Beat Melissa Gray, but, you know, the pesky post is there to stop that ball.
Now here's Allie Smith charging. As that ball reaches Conley Cravens and Glisson comes away with it. Caroline Heller with an easy catch. Heller gets it up to Lopez, who gets it up to Simmons. And Logue still fighting for it.
Yeah, Keller, it seems like Logue's kind of got the green light for this game. Coach Meyer really wants to let her just kind of play her game. She's obviously a great playmaker, and she's already getting offers.
Delaney Graham able to get that one to Holland Whitaker. Now Whitaker guarding Irwin. That will be Elliott trying to get to Allie Smith. Allie Smith putting it up for Elliott. And Melissa Gray will hit that one out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cats.
I want to give a big thanks to Jack Crawford here as he heads out. Joined us for the boys' game along with the girls' game, and got go home and do some homework. But great to have him on the air with us.
Killer homework. Sydney Simmons will kick that one off of Caden Price. It'll be out of bounds. Another Cats throw in. That ball cleared away by Tori Wisted. And here's Connolly. Some wicked spin on that ball. And now here's Elizabeth Isler, who's come back in the game for the Cats. Up to Lexi Elliott, who can't corral that one. It'll be out of bounds for the Spartans. Now Connolly up to Sydney Simmons off her knees. Whitaker fighting for it. And Isler will chip that one out of bounds. Spartan throw-in coming from Cade Price. 9:30 left to go in this first half. Still no score. Spartans starting to have more possession here. That'll be a foul called on Sydney Simmons as she takes down Arlena Joyner. It'll be Kaylin Boyd on the free kick for the Spartans, and that one is way over the net. Now Taylor Penn on the goal kick for the Cats. Lopez with the header. And Logue comes away with it. Logue up to Leeson. And Melissa Gray able to get to that one before Leeson can, and that will be out of bounds on the far side. Ella with the throw-in. Into Logue. And Logue trying to find Allie Smith over there. It'll be out of bounds, throw-in for the Spartans. Sydney Simmons bringing it back into the middle. Looking for Leeson, and Leeson can't find anybody.
Well, if they're taking it from there, that's a good sign.
Heller with an easy corral there. And the punt off the head of Kate Irwin. And just wide left was a shot from Reagan Glisson. Now Slauson will come in for Whitaker. That ball that Heller missed went all the way to the back of the track. That's the only ball they had. So Heller had to go get that one at the end of the track. Meanwhile, clock's still ticking. 6:40 left in the first half. Still no score. And Heller will grab this one off the head of Kaylin Boyd. Now here's Taylor Penn. Up to Lopez. And there's Isler. Lopez trying to find Allie Smith, and it will go all the way back to Melissa Gray. And Lopez can't get to that one. She kicks it out of bounds. 5:43 left to go. And here's Allie Smith. Gets it back to Miller. Miller looking for Simmons. And unable to get that ball through. Here's Lopez with the clear. And Melissa Gray will once again come away with it. Wearing the same uniforms as the referees tonight.
Good observation there, Keller, but with about 5:10 left to play in this first half, look for a little bit of aggression. You always want to have a good, solid lead going into the half. And a 0-0 tie is just not what these girls want. You know, you always want the momentum headed into the second half. So look for both teams to turn it on a little bit, try and get the ball in the back of the net, and get a little momentum going into the rest of this game.
And Slauson is hit in the head. So there will be an injury timeout to get her off the field. And in for her will come Morgan Brister.
Anybody know what
Now Miller with a chance, and that ball is blocked. There's Lopez using those basketball skills to box out.
Yes, you really boxed it out. That was beautiful.
Now Taylor Penn all the way on the back. Once again, Connolly Cravens. 4:10 left to go. Sydney Simmons trying to use the back heel. Not a smart play there from the sophomore, but she gets it back and loses it once again. And there's Ella. Brister and Boyd tussling down there on the ground. Meanwhile, Logue trying to run for a ball, put pressure on Gray. Allie Smith can't get to it. And now she does. Allie Smith with some space. Trying to find Leeson. And here's Logue. Up to Leeson. Logue went down hard, and Coach Myers looking for a card.
And that's going to be a no call, as you guys can see there. Just get a little warning from the ref. A very aggressive foul. Surprised there's no call there. But they have the power, not me.
And once again, Cats unable to take advantage of the free kick there. Still no score. 2:55 left to go in this first half. And Melissa Gray has seen a lot more action tonight than Caroline Heller, which is a good thing in a way, but as the Spartans haven't been anywhere close to the Wildcats' goal, really, but Westminster has just not been able to get any good shots on Gray. It's been pretty easy dribblers and just low ground balls that Melissa Gray is coming away with that Cats are missing on the through ball.
And it's just a matter of time, Keller, where Melissa Gray is just not able to pick that up, and you see the Cats get a really good shot on goal. It's just a matter of time.
Here's Reagan Glisson. Stolen by Lopez. Ooh, Lopez faking out everybody. Pin over to Ella. Ella up to Logue. And how is that not a handball? Hallie Huff was all over Christina Lopez, laying on the ground. And so Taylor Penn will take a free kick for the Cats. 1:14 to go. And there's Taylor into Sydney Simmons. And there's Lopez. And it will go out the back line. Goal kick.
Ambitious effort there by Lopez. Just not able to get a full foot on that. But again, these shots just still firing at the goal as this clock's winding down and the about 40 seconds left to go. There's been a hard fought match from both sides, playing the possession. Cats doing really well on offense and on defense, keeping them from having too many chances on goal. But going into the second half, I definitely think the mentality is to finish, get the ball down there, and then put the ball in the goal.
And that's just an unfortunate play there between Taylor Penn and Caroline Heller. A lack of communication. And number 12, Kaylin Boyd, comes away with the easy goal there. And with 14 seconds to go, that is a play that the Wildcats simply could not have.
Very unfortunate there for the Cats. Just a lack of communication that's going to cause GAC to take a 1-0 lead going into the half. And don't want to say that too soon, but with 2 seconds left, that looks like it's going to happen. And this first half, hard-fought match, but, a little miscommunication at the end there is going to give GAC a boost going into the second half.
And just when you thought the Wildcats and Spartans were going to go into halftime all tied up at 0-0, Kaylin Boyd had other plans. And that was a shot on goal that never reached the box. So Caroline Heller can't pick up the ball unless it's in that larger box. And Taylor Penn attempted to box Kaylin Boyd out and let Caroline Heller pick up the ball. But by the time the ball reached the box, Boyd had already gained possession of it and had an easy open shot on goal that she was not going to miss. So 1-0 here at the half. Please stay tuned for the second half of GAC Westminster. And thanks for watching WCAT. Welcome back to the second half of action between your Westminster Wildcats and the GAC Spartans. Wildcats and Spartans were all knotted up at 0 with about 14 and a half seconds left. And Kalen Boyd scored an open goal shot to put the Spartans up 1-0. So the Cats are looking to make up this deficit in the second half.
And it really was just one of those gimme goals after Westminster tried to just stall out in their own box, but GAC was able to get the ball and put it in after Caroline Heller had come out a little bit to try to get the ball. Now the Cats have to try to fight back in the second half.
Whitaker trying to get it to Lopez. And Glisson gets it over to Boyd. And Boyd will kick it out the back of the back line, and Heller will come on for a goal kick, but it will actually be Taylor Penn taking the kick. Christina Lopez had that ball stuck between her knees.
Unconventional way of getting possession, but guess it worked.
Whatever works. It'll be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Melissa Gray kicking that one out of bounds. And that's Isler on the throw-in. Trying to get into Allie Smith. Dumps it off to Whitaker. She loses it to Caden Price. And now Isler again looking for Leeson. It'll go out the back line.
And it seems kind of just carrying over from the first half, a lot of back and forth between the teams. And not many good opportunities. The only one that GSA had, they capitalized on, and now momentum swung their way a little bit, but hasn't been enough to give them more opportunities.
And now here's Whitaker running for that ball. Fighting with Hallie Huff over there, and it'll be a throw-in for Huff. Now Lopez comes away with it. Sydney Simmons over to Logue. Cats 3-on-4. Logue's through ball off the knees of Pauline Emdy. Now Taylor Penn will chase it down for the Cats. And Heller will kick it out of bounds looking for Ella. Throw in for the Spartans. And there's Ella Schamberger taking that throw in. And now Allie Smith. That ball is cleared away by Pauline Imdy. So Logue on the throw in.
And that was shaping up to be a great chance for the Cats with Allie Smith Miller going down the field, but Spartans are able to just poke it out of bounds and let their defense reset and have the Cats try to get through their back line.
If you're just joining us, we're in the 45th minute of action here. Cats have had lots of possession, but no real chances on goal. And the Spartans came away with a pretty cheap one at the very end, but more just a mental gaffe on the Wildcats' part. I'm Keller Austin alongside Max Withrow here in the booth. And the Cats will have a corner kick. It'll be Lopez. And leaving it for Leeson. It was off the crossbar. Off the crossbar, bounces down and right into the hands of Melissa Gray. GAC has had one shot on goal and made it. Wildcats have had one hit the crossbar there by Leeson and one hit the left post by Logue Schamberger.
And that's when you really wish they had that goal line technology here in high school, is that you never know if that was actually in, but no way to tell right now.
So it'll be a foul on the Cats and a free kick coming for the Spartans. That ball right to Heller off the foot of Tori Wisted. And Heller to punt it away. And out of bounds off of Reagan Glisson. Great job there by Ella Schamberger putting the pressure on her. That ball out of bounds off the Cats. And a great steal there by Ella Schamberger. And it bounces right to Logue. Logue going to Leeson. Leeson up to Allie Smith. Allie Smith with a chance. And Caden Price knocks her down inside the box. No foul call. And Logue can't corral that one cleanly. Sydney Simmons with a chance. And it's good!
What a shot there from Sydney Simmons from outside the box. Puts it on the left side. No chance for Melissa Gray to get that. And now with that goal, with about 32 minutes left, the Cats tie the game 1. Now they really have the momentum here, trying to get ahead and keep the lead, trying to close this game out. That looks like Connolly Cravens coming in for
so the Cats get the equalizer off the foot of Sydney Simmons. On the right side of the box, crosses it to the left side of the goal. Melissa Gray frozen. And there's Taylor Penn now on the defense for the Cats. We'll kick it back to Heller. It will just boot it out of bounds.
Now Heller may not have the strongest leg out here, but she really makes up for that in her decision making once she gets control of the ball. You won't see her kicking it down past the midline, but you'll see her more trying to roll it out to her defenders and letting them take care of it.
And that's a big foul by Reagan Glisson. Christina Lopez had clear possession of that ball, and Glisson brought her down. That would be a stoppage of the clock.
Come here. You notice the ref never goes to you. You know, it's the power issue. You come to me, we'll talk to you.
No card was given, but it seemed like the Westminster fans thought one was deserved after a little bit of a grab and throw down.
And now here's Sydney Simmons again. As off a GAC player. And Melissa Gray just sends it further out into the pole vault pit. And that will be a corner for Logue Schamberger. And that corner ended with nothing as the ball is in the side of the net.
You guys don't have an extra runner. I'd love to go down and ask the coach if they're playing overtime or not.
And so Taylor Penn will get the ball. It's Melissa Gray in the box. Now Delaney Graham fighting for it. She's back on the field, and that will be out of bounds off of GAC.
Actually don't. The decision is to me about coaches before the game. And I just never have. Snyder and the other guy would decide wow, that's fine. Because the rule is you got to decide before.
And now Ella Schamberger on the defense with Lopez.
That's freshman Emma Tordella in. The goal scorer, Sydney Simmons. And that ball goes right off Jordan Crawford's face and out of bounds. Now Schamberger looks to throw it into Logue. The Wildcat throw-in.
Now Allie Smith fighting for it, and it will end up in the hands of Melissa Gray.
Come on up on it. Come on, Delaney.
Taylor Penn let that ball by her. Now Ella Schamberger will just kick it out of bounds. .28 minutes left to go in this ball game.
That'll be a Wildcat throw-in.
And there's Ella into Logue. And up to Allie Smith. Trying to find Leeson. Leeson across. Looking for Graham. And Graham comes away with it. Cats on the run. Delaney showing the speed with the cross. It's open. Leeson with the goal! And Miller Leeson with the goal for the Wildcats.
And what a run there from freshman Delaney Graham. Coming up off the sideline. Beating two defenders and crossing it in. Giving Miller Leeson the open goal by drawing Melissa Gray out to try to stop the attack. And now the Cats have a 2-1 lead with about 27 minutes left in the game. Now let's see if the defense can hold on to this lead.
infant grade room at Christian, 24 for Manny Edson. We didn't change anybody, did we?
That's Ella Chamber on the defense. And looks like they're going to call a foul on her for a little bit of a shove there on number 13, Reagan Gleason.
So after a 40th minute goal off the foot of Kaylin Boyd, which was really a mental gaffe by the Wildcats, Caroline Heller's bailed out. In the last 5 minutes, a goal by Sydney Simmons, and then a goal there by Miller Leeson. That free kick over the crossbar and over the head of Caroline Heller. So Cats lead 2-1. And now Slauson will come in for Whitaker. It will be a goal kick for the Cats. Taylor Penn up to Lopez, and Logue unable to redirect that one. And now Heller able to get a good catch on it. And she will just punt it away. That was Manning Edson, who kicks that ball all the way back towards the GAC goal. But Reagan Glisson splits the double team. And here's Taylor on Edson. Taylor Penn able to knock that one out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Spartans. Pauline Emdy with the throw. Cross from Glisson off the mark. Now Cravens will chip it out of bounds. 2:44 left to go in the second half. Cats up 2-1. And there's Logue trying to get it out. Lopez gets it up to Logue. That's chipped back in by Ann Winfrey.
It looks like they were trying to get to Alex Smith-Miller. See if they could use her speed again.
And Lopez went down hard. There's Slauson back to Cravens. That ball over to Glisson. And Heller will come away with it.
Looks like an attempt at a shot, but no real chance there, trying to bend it around the defenders.
Now Slauson on the short hop. Looking for a handball, and Spartans got it. 23:33 left to go. And that free kick unable to come to fruition for the Spartans. That ball is out of bounds off of Slauson. It'll be a throw-in for Caden Price. And Delaney will let that one roll out of bounds, and she will get a throw-in up to Leeson. Leeson to Allie Smith. Good stop there by Slauson, over to Logue. Logue with some space. Trying to cross for Leeson, just a bit too far. So Melissa Gray will once again have the ball in her hands. And she will punt it away. Lopez gets a foot on it. Can Logue chase it down? That will end up with Tori Wisted. As now Pauline MD will throw in for the Spartans. And there's Leeson into Allie Smith. Allie Smith moving right. And her shot is blocked by Ann Winfrey. Spartans had numbers and couldn't take advantage. Now Slauson with the steal. And there's Leeson taking it away. Back to Delaney Graham. Slauson up to Allie Smith. Allie Smith fighting with Kate Irwin for it. And there's Lopez taking it away from Manning Edson. Allie Smith over to Logue. Logue with a breakaway. And she let herself too far there. And Winfrey does a great job clearing that one. Now Ella Schamberger playing on. There's Delaney Graham trying to chip it out to the left. 1-on-3 for the Spartans. Connolly Cravens on the defense for the Cats.
It looks like Delaney Graham slipped there near the edge of the box, and now it's led to that opportunity by GAC, and they're still on the attack here. But
Manning Edson loses it to Lopez. Lopez leading it up left for Leeson. Leeson with a shot on goal. Bounces at the feet. Just under 20 minutes left to go in this ball game. Already 3/4 of the way through. Cats up 2-1 off of goals from Miller Leeson and Sydney Simmons. There's Allie Smith in the middle. And Allie Smith is brought down. And that shot from Logue is blocked. Allie Smith was pushed from behind by Arlena Joyner. No foul called. It would have been in the box and a PK. Allie Smith had a clear shot on goal. She passes it back to Logue, and Logue's shot is deflected by Melissa Gray.
it was really a good opportunity there for the Cats, but a little bit of pushing and shoving in the box. No foul call. And the shot by Logue just tipped away by Melissa Gray. Leaves the Cats with a goal kick, or a corner kick, excuse me.
Isler trying to get it back in and unable to twist her body around and get a full foot on that. So Cats will retreat back onto defense, and with 18 minutes left, you obviously don't want to focus yourself on the defensive side of the ball and play conservative. But at this point, Cats just want to walk away with this lead.
And with the GAC attack, you never can trust the goal or your defense, and that one is off the side of the goal for the Spartans.
Glisson had a good break, got past Ella Schamberger, but Connolly Cravens on the help defense. And now Holland Whitaker and Sarah Lawrence McGill will come in for the Cats in place of Logue Schamberger and Caroline Slauson.
Really looks like they're just trying to give Logue a little bit of break. She's been in for the entire half so far and trying to rest her up to get her in for the final 10 minutes and secure the win for the Cats.
There's Lopez with some strong play, but she's guided out of bounds by Pauline MD. Now Melissa Gray will kick it back in. Cravens trying to get it up to Lopez, who thought the ball was going to Leeson. There's Taylor Penn. That ball's up in the air for Miller. Lopez, ball deflected. She gets it back, and now to Leeson. Leeson over to Sydney Simmons. Sydney Simmons with some fancy footwork, leading it up for Whitaker. And Holland slipped.
Second person, Whitaker. Are you in Whitaker? Yes.
And here's McGill. And a great lead. Great through ball to Elizabeth Isler. Isler with the cross into Sydney Simmons. And she can't connect. McGill with the header. It says taken away by Reagan Glisson.
Come on.
That ball will roll all the way to Caroline Heller. And the Cats unable to score there, but no damage done. Time taken off the clock.
GSC really tried to capitalize on that counterattack. A little bit pushing and shoving there. Midfield between Sydney Simmons and Arlena Joyner. But now Isler's up on the attack, and it's poked out. Be a foul call on the Cats, and GAC free kick coming up. But really, it seems like the only opportunity for GAC to score is through counterattacks, as that's the only time they have numbers on the Wildcat defense, and the defense has played really well and has not let up many opportunities so far this game.
And Lopez with the takeaway for the Cats, trying to put up to Isler. That ball will reach Melissa Gray in the box. And she will throw it quickly over to Pauline Emdy. Emdy has it stolen away by McGill. And she is tackled. They will play possession. Now Leeson inside for Isler. And Isler has it poked away. But it's Whitaker looking for the turnaround.
It was really good defending there from the Spartans after, especially by Arlena Joyner, to get that ball away off of Holland Whitaker. But after the advantage was called for the Cats, the referees thinking they still had a shot and that the foul didn't really impede play, the Cats continue their attack, but to no avail as the ball is cleared out.
So Slauson will come on for Lopez.
For them. Can anybody see that number? 14, 24.
And Manning Edson came off the field for Jordan Crawford. Now McGill into Slauson, who just returned to the game for the Cats. Over to Isler. And lead to Sydney Simmons.
Get that third goal. Come on, let's get that third goal.
And that ball is out of bounds.
That will be a foul on the Cats, it looks like. Be a free kick for the Spartans down in their own box.
And here's McGill off the goal kick. End up at the foot of Leeson. Now Isler with a chance. Moving right. And a shot just over the crossbar. Elizabeth Isler tried to take the turnaround shot and missed it just to the left and just high.
And it looks, the Cats had a good opportunity coming there off the free kick down in their own box, in GAC's own box, but sadly the shot is just over the bar. So now GAC has the goal kick, looking to make something happen.
And so Allie Smith Miller will come into the game for Miller Leeson. Sophomore in for the junior. And that ball will be kicked out of bounds by Pauline Emdy. It'll be a throw-in coming for Ella Schamberger.
Another throw-in coming here from LF trying to get it into Sarah Lawrence McGill, but is poked away by the Spartans yet again.
So maybe third time's the charm. Ella Schamberger with another throw-in for the Cats. Trying to get into Isler.
That wasn't the worst thing to happen to the Cats, as Cindy Simmons' shot rolls into the arms of Melissa Gray.
Just a little too weak there on the shot from Sydney Simmons. And Ella Schamberger will chip it back onto the Spartan side of the field. Isler tried to save that one, but cannot do so. So Slauson heads that one out of bounds, and there's 11:11 left on the clock. Reagan Glisson with a chance for the Spartans. Up ahead. And Hallie Huff can't connect. Heller able to stop the attack.
Looks like she slipped and fell in the box. As we have had a lot of rain here down this floodplain. Field's a little muddy. And with on a full sprint trying to get her plant and get the shot in. Ground just gives way. Now we have Ella Schamberger coming in for Elizabeth Isler. And now Cat throwing on the far side.
Delaney Graham back into Logue. Logue with fancy footwork. Up to Allie Smith. Allie Smith get a foot on that one, but it'll be a throw-in for Caden Price. And Caden Price has seemingly been in this game the entire time. Now coming up on 10 minutes left in this ball game. Sarah Lawrence McGill fighting for it, and she takes down Pauline Emdy. Taylor Penn with the header.
It was a hard foul there by Sarah Lawrence McGill, but no call. As seems to be a reoccurring theme here in this game.
This game and the last. Boys drew with GAC 1-1. Cats hold a 1-goal advantage here. Up 2-1 over the Spartans. Taylor Penn with a header. And now Slauson's on the ground.
You can see that I can't multitask.
And she'll get a free kick.
Taylor Penn to take it. Tries to get it into Alice Smith Miller. But now GC has it.
Penn fighting for possession of the ball. That's a break for Reagan Glisson. And Ella Schamberger able to get there in time. And Caroline Heller makes a good save for the Cats. 8:20 left to go in this ball game. That ball bounces right to Sarah Lawrence McGill. Gets over to Sydney Simmons, but loses it. I tell you that Reagan Glisson is pretty fast, streaking down the right side.
She is, and you see her get around the Wildcat defenders a lot with some fancy footwork and nice touches as Christina Lopez comes on for Sarah Lawrence McGill. Looks like the Cats trying to get Miller Leeson on as well. But
Goal kick there for the Cats. Christina Lopez comes up with the header, and there's Connolly Cravens with the header. And Lopez is knocked down. Still no foul calls. And Heller makes a save there. Seven minutes left in the ballgame. Header off the Spartans, and Sydney Simmons will boot it up in the air looking for Allie Smith. It'll end up being a Spartan ball. Connolly Cravens with a big header. Textbook form there. There's Delaney Graham trying to clear it to Sydney Simmons. Can't quite get there in time. It'll be a throw-in for the Cats.
Throughout this game, the Cats really have had majority of possession. And through the few times I've seen them practicing in the gym, majority of the time they're working on passing. And Coach Clark Meyer likes to focus on possession, as the longer you have the ball, the more likely you are to score.
So Whitaker comes out and Miller Leeson comes on. That'll be a foul on the Cats. So they don't call some of the blatant ones, but they call that one. Be a free kick for the Spartans. A great save there by Delaney Graham. Gets it over to Connolly Cravens and up to Allie Smith. Allie Smith looking for Logue. Logue over to Miller Leeson. Leeson on the run. Leeson with a shot on goal, and it's tipped away by Melissa Gray.
Quite the shot there. Their left foot going for the right post, but tipped away by Melissa Gray. It'll be a corner kick for the Cats. See what they do there. Years they've had a couple different approaches.
It'll be a corner kick for the Cats. The dribbler into Delaney Graham. Allie Smith now up to Lopez. Lopez into the box. Sydney Simmons looking to corral, but instead it's Logue Schamberger. Logue showing off those dribbling abilities. Over to Leeson. And Slauson's shot blocked. Slauson's shot blocked again. Now Sydney Simmons with a rocket. And wide left.
Good attack there from the Cats. Took a lot of time off the clock. Now closing in on 4 minutes left in the game. GC really has to make something happen. Maybe bring some defenders up.
That ball out of bounds. Said it's off Logue Schamberger. It'll be a throw-in for the Spartans. Kaylin Boyd, who scored the lone goal for the Spartans, kicks it forward, but Connolly Craven's only player there. Now Delaney Graham gets it up to Slauson. Now to Allie Smith, and that'll be a foul. On Ann Winfrey, I believe.
Do you have a number? Are you sure it's Ann Winfrey? Can I announce it? 2-4. 2-4? No.
And it's Arlena Joyner who's on the ground. Number 21 for the Spartans.
Looks like she was just standing there as the ball came towards her. And
Well, Allie Smith was pushed from behind by number 19, Ann Winfrey. And because of that, Joyner was the unfortunate third party who met Allie Smith, and she took the worst of it. She's still on the ground.
Looks like she may have just gotten the wind knocked out of her as she is up, back on her feet. Looks to be coming off on her own power, clutching her collarbone area. Maybe got a shoulder there. We hope she's okay.
So Joyner will come off, and Manning Edson will come on for the Spartans.
And the Westminster training staff will be tending to her on the GAC sideline. And we hope she's okay. And as play continues, Miller Leeson trying to get it, but Melissa Gray is able to pick it up.
And that ball is off. Reagan Glisson with 3:07 left to go. This ball game now 3 minutes.
It's foul on the Cats. Hey, on Logue Schamberger as the
Okay. Who's done what to whom? 16.
and it actually looks like Miller Leeson draws the yellow card. And now we have Elizabeth Isler coming in for her place.
So Leeson got a yellow with 2:44 remaining in the ball game, and Coach Meyer will take her out following that.
Doesn't look like it will be a big impact on the game and her play, but Coach Meyer doesn't want to take any risks and have her be sitting the next game. It goes up to Allie Smith Miller. Has it over to Isler, then up to Logue.
Logue looking for Allie Smith. That's a big lead. It may just be killing time. Melissa Gray with a quick boot away. And Sydney Simmons up to Allie Smith, who gets it to Isler. Isler on the left. Isler trying to cross back. Now gets it to Logue. Logue able to save it. Logue all alone. And Logue shanks that shot off the right side of her foot. And we'll go out of bounds to throw in for the Spartans. Clock is winding down. 1:30 left to go in this ball game. Spartans on their final 90 seconds. That ball out of bounds, throw in for the Cats.
It's best for the Cats to stay on the attack here to try to prevent any sort of opportunity for the Spartans that we saw last time.
By the way, that's the right call. If the home team can't get the ball in, you got to stop the clock.
So the referee stopped the clock to allow Connolly Cravens to get to the ball for a throw-in.
So the last half, the Cats tried to stall it out in their own half, but the Spartans took it and capitalized and got ahead 1-0. But Cats with 2 goals here in this second half. Now with about 45 seconds left, Melissa Gray boots it away.
Header off Slauson goes the wrong direction. That ball hadn't hit the ground yet.
Looks like a foul on Sydney Simmons. It looks like just a time waster with less than 30 seconds left.
25 now for the Spartans. Connolly able to kick it away. Be a throw in for the Spartans. Final 15 seconds. This is where they were last time.
Call the clock, stop the clock, but he's not stopping the clock. He's letting the clock run. 3, 2, 1.
And the referee has let the clock run. And so the Cats come away with a victory
thank Greater Atlantic Christian for making the drive over here. We wish you safe travels home.
Cats come away with a victory here.
Late surge in the second half with a goal from Sydney Simmons in the 48th minute, followed by a goal from Miller Leesons in the 53rd minute. And Kaylin Boyd from GAC scores in the 40th minute on an open goal shot. Cats come away 2-1 here at the end of the game, heading into the playoffs.
So an early gaff by the Wildcats is made up for by Sydney Simmons and Miller Leeson. So just to recap for you tonight, Cats come away with a 2-1 victory here for the girls and draw 1-1 with the boys. And so, finals at Fritz Orr Field. It is over. The Cats have come away with a victory over the GAC Spartans, an old division rival. Goals by Sydney Simmons and Miller Leeson. And as always, for Turner Cravens and Max Withrow and our entire WCAT crew, I'm Keller Austin saying thanks for watching, and go Cats.